I'm trying to catch up on the YouTube videos because I haven't done many videos for quite a while because we've been busy repotting all our trees and so much work to do on the nursery, so the YouTube videos have been neglected a bit. So while I've got Josh here doing the camera work, so we're going to do some random projects. These are trees that we leave to grow on the nursery, and as long as they don't die, they've always got potential. Many people, they see these trees in flower pots, they think they're worthless because they're in a flower pot, but they have a lot of potential as bonsai. So let's look at what we have here. Now this is, if you come close, a cedar, not a larch, not a pine. It's a cedar, but a very special cedar called Cedrus brevifolia. Very, very small leaf cedar. I'm not sure if it is the same as the Cypriot cedar. They have a cedar in Cyprus which has got very small leaves as well. But I wanted to show you what we do here all the time. This is an experiment that I did, must have been 5, could be even be 10 years ago. And if you look closely, you can see that I split the trunk. Cedar trees tend to grow tall and straight. Those of you who are familiar with cedar will know that they grow tall and straight. So why is this growing bent? Because I split the trunk and I did put some wire. You can see the marks, wire marks here. I'd taken the wire off and I was able to bend it. Had I not split it, I would never have been able to bend it. So now that I've got that bent, we have the makings of a very interesting tree. And as always, I think trees like this will end up as literati. I think through my work, many people have learned to appreciate what literati is. And every tree that you make into literati will be different because every tree is different. It's like human beings, we're all different. So this tree is different, and what can we do with it? So again, if I can think aloud and show my thought process or talk about my thought process. Now that bend is very nice, but like that, the literati doesn't do anything. It has to be more curvy, more movement. So I could try bringing it back on itself like that. That would make, straight away, like that. That would make a nice literati like that. That would make a big difference. I will see if I can bring it down even further. I'm not sure if that would work. That may not look so elegant, but that is also a possibility. You could even cut it off if you didn't want too tall a tree. But don't forget, literatis are, by the very nature of the style, is a tall style. So you could make even a shorter literati by cutting off the top there and just using this portion to make the literati. But since we've got this beautiful part here, which has got a nice bend already, why waste it? So I will use this to make the literati. So should I wire the whole trunk or not? I think if I wire the whole trunk, I will probably get a more interesting bend, because I don't really need to wire the trunk, because this is quite interesting. All I need to do is wire this part, so I could link this with this and get the effect like that, rather than have to wire the whole thing. But if I do wire the whole thing, I might get a slightly more curvaceous line. So let us do that. So to do this, I think I will use, this is 4 mil. I will use 4 mil and see what comes. Have enough wire to go all the way to the top. I might need a double. I don't want to use a 10 mil or something, but I think 2 coils of 4 would do the trick. Again, if I can just reiterate, some people wire clockwise, some people wire anti-clockwise. I don't know why, I tend to do anti-clockwise. And it's not dependent on whether you're left-handed or right-handed. I don't know how it works, because sometimes I do it the other way too. You notice that I haven't split it anymore. because it's already done the job. I could if I wanted to. I might well do it because I only split it from there. I may split it from lower down. So let's change my mind and go back a step. I don't want to rush it. I've taken all that trouble to go so far. I'm not going to do the whole hog. So let us split it a little more. I know you all like to see this process, so why not show it? People are terrified. They think that this will kill the tree. But no, this tool is made specially for that. These branch splitters need to have a very fine blade. Sometimes I've seen some which are made with slightly thicker blades, and they're not as effective. Because this was not split here, I will split that. But they heal pretty quickly. In the space of a year, it should heal. You see how they heal and callus too. And by doing that, it might even give more character to the trunk. It makes it gnarled and old. And if you have a very thick trunk or branch, you can split it 4 ways. Not just one way. You can do like a quadrant, this way and that way as well. For some reason, it's the conifers like pines which lend themselves to this process. Junipers don't like it too much because they have a very woody trunk, not as pliable as the cedars or pines. Okay, so I've done that, so it should make it even easier to bend. I'm not going to show the entire wiring process because that could be a bit boring. So I will probably switch it off, and when I finish doing it, I will revert again. So here's Josh wiring, and he's put a double coil of 4, and now we're wiring the branches together. We're going to wire all the branches, even the thin ones. It's only by wiring every single branch that you have complete control of the tree. I think I shouldn't get into the habit of apologizing, because whenever I apologize, all my kind viewers said you don't have to apologize. But I like to repeat, because it's only by repetition that you learn. Every situation is slightly different. And the top as well. Okay. Oh, you got to do some more branches.
Do this one to this one.
Yeah. So we're coming back to the cedar again, and Josh has wired virtually every single branch, and now that it's been wired, we can literally manipulate it into any shape we wish. So can you hold the camera for me? I will show you what we can now do. Now that it's getting spring, I thought I'd bring out my shirts again. Okay, so while it was lying like this, as I said, there's so many things you can do to the tree now without breaking it. Let's see. Let's not tempt fate. You could even do a tie. I will try something different. Just to prove a point. I don't often like proving a point just for the sake of proving a point. But this is a case where again, it's a teaching video. I'm not demonstrating to show how clever I am. I'm just showing you different possibilities. Never accept the status quo. Always explore different possibilities. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to make it like a semi-cascade, if it can be called that. Again, if I can remind people that don't be obsessed with the names of styles. You know, people seem to believe that unless it has a name style, it's not a bonsai. You know, style is just a convenient way of categorizing or describing trees. You don't have to have a particular style. So this is slightly resembling a semi-cascade tree. So if we were to do it like that, so if we look at a tree like this, you could get a tree coming this way, which is different from the ordinary Literati style. So there's a little top there. So that's a possibility.
Lovely.
That's a possibility. I don't know whether to keep it like that or not, but then if you turn it this way, you can still get another Literati concept or design this way. How about that? How about that? That's different again. Not the conventional Literati, but it's still a Literati. How about that? Just moving a little branch there. So that looks different as well. So straight away, you can turn it around the other way and you've got a completely different tree. And I dare say that's quite pretty, isn't it? So I don't know what to do. You're literally spoiled for choice. And I brought a pot to try. We will pot it up and we'll show you the finished result. So it could end up like that. So we're going to do this to see what it would end up.
Yeah.
I think this is the preferred option.
We'll take stills and you can see.
All right. Okay. All right. So this is how we ended up with the tree. We made a rather unconventional Literati coming this way rather than have the tall one. So we had the choice of doing like a semi-cascade or a conventional Literati, but this is like a halfway house with a question mark like that. So we can still play around with the shape to improve it. And look at it, look at it. And this branch, some people may think that it's wrong, but it's coming in, filling the space. I don't mind it. And by wiring with thick wire, we are able to give lots of bends and twists to it. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. This was a throwaway tree.